Good afternoon, Mrs. Farah, and thank you for taking the time to be part of my research. Before we started, can you please make a little bit introduction about yourself?
Thank you, Naila, for inviting me today. My name is Farah Anggrain Putri. People used to call me Farah. I was graduated from Binus University at 2023. And right now, I'm working as associate at Marsh McLennan. It's kind of like a financial institution. And my major at Binus back then is psychological. I don't know what it's termed. I forgot. Psychological. I think it's like more corporate things. Yeah, and I think that's it for the personal information about me.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm going to go straight up to the first question, which is, do you think cancel culture should be justified?
Okay. In my opinion, as psychological graduate, I think it depends on the context and the specific circumstances. While maybe it can serve as a tool for accountability and social change, but it also has potential to harm individuals and undermine constructive dialogue. So I think maybe it depends on the situation. A balanced approach that encourage accountability while allowing for that dialogue grow, and I think redemption may be more effective in fostering a just and equitable society. So the conclusion is, I think it depends how we're gonna apply that cancel culture in the social.
Okay, thank you. And for the next question is, what are the mental health impacts on individuals who become targets of cancel culture? And do you think it create a long-term social trauma?
Okay, from my opinion, I think as a psychological graduate, I have opinion that mental health in that impacts on specific target because cancel culture, of course, it can harm the people. But from my opinion, I think the health impact, it's maybe the person will be anxious, get depression, and also isolation. And for me, in the long term, maybe the person will be have identity crisis. Because personally, targets may experience heightened anxiety, depression, and feeling of worthless. I think as I read before about psychological impact, it will be because there is a public shaming, of course, because the cancel culture, society hated in one person, it could be someone feel like they're depressed, they feel isolation, and the fact is there will be anxious and depression. I think from a long term, yes, that's the mental health impact from the person that being a cancel culture. And for the social trauma long term, yes, cancel culture, from my opinion, can create a long term social trauma from individuals. And the psychological effect of being, I think, publicity ashamed can persist long after the initial incident. And I think the effect on long-term social trauma will be trust issue, fear of engagement, and I think some chronic stress.
Okay, thank you very much for your answer. For the next one is, do you think cancel culture drive meaningful social change, or does it deepen polarization and fear?
Okay, I think for personally, the impact of cancel culture on social change is very complex, and potential for accountability on one hand, I think cancel culture can meaningful a social change by holding individuals accountable for harmful behaviors and promoting discussion about social justice. And depending about talking about polarization and fear, I think on the other hand, it can depend polarization and fear as individuals may become very defensive and resistant to change when they feel attacked. I think everyone when they judged by someone, the first as human being, they very will be defensive, and I think that's a very human thing's behavior, and I think this can lead to a backlash against social justice movements. I think that's my point about the meaningful social change versus polarization and
Okay,
fear.
thank you very much. I'm gonna go to the last question, which is gonna be related to social media, which is what role does social media amplification play in turning calls for accountability into a harmful cancel culture?
Okay, I think for that question, social media, I think it's play a very crucial role. We know that in 2025 until now, people very using a lot of social media, and it's a crucial role in transforming calls for accountability into harmful cancel culture. So I think, in my opinion, maybe it can be a rapid amplification, as example, as social media allows for the rapid spread of information and mobilization of large group, which can lead to, I think, what it's called, yeah, disproportionate responses to perceive trans translation. And the second of all, I think the social media play a crucial role is because of a mob mentality. I think the anonymity and distance provided by social media can foster a mob mentality where individuals, I think, are judged and condemned without due to process of the opportunity for dialogue. So I think it's very harmful and playing a crucial role about that the cancel culture in social media. And maybe I think the last, it's maybe lack of empathy. The online environment often lacks of the empathy, and I think because we don't know the person, so the judgment is very real, and that's make the people that being judged in cancel culture make them lack of empathy. So without understanding for the one who being targeted as a cancel culture. I think that's my opinion.
Okay, thank you very much for all of your point and answer. It is very clear, and I really appreciate your time.
Okay, thank you, Naila.